Top 10 MLB players who are facing bankruptcy. Before we start, I'd like you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Homer Hub. Professional athletes are often given a lot of flack for their exorbitant salaries, 6 or 7 figure signing bonuses, and guaranteed contracts, with baseball players getting more heat than most. But some say that it's more difficult to manage the wealth than it is to earn it. Here's 10 MLB players who are facing bankruptcy. Number 1. Bill Buckner. Remembered mainly for missing Mookie Wilson's grounder and allowing the winning run to score in Game 6 of the 1986 World Series, Red Sox first baseman Bill Buckner would probably also want people to forget that an Idaho car dealership he partially owned went belly up in 2008, forcing him to file for bankruptcy. Instead, Buckner might want fans to remember that he was an all-star and batting champion who amassed 2,715 hits, 1,208 RBI, and a .289 average over the 22-year career. He might also want them to remember that the 86 World Series had a Game 7. Number 2. Craig Nettles. Third baseman Greg Nettles accomplished a lot in his 22-season professional career with the Twins, Indians, Yankees, Padres, Braves, and Expos. He was a 6-time All-Star, a 2-time World Series champion, and a Gold Glove winner, a home run leader, and even captain of the Yanks for 3 seasons. He ended his career in 1988 with a total of 2,225 hits, 1,314 RBIs, 1,193 runs scored, a .964 fielding percentage, and $1 million in debt. Nettles dug himself out though, later finding mixed success as a coach for the Yankees and Padres, and a manager in the minor leagues and the Senior Professional Baseball Association. Number 3. Lenny Dykstra. This former pro baseball player for the Mets, Lenny Dykstra, not only went broke, but also went to jail. He spent 3 years in the state penitentiary for Grand Theft Auto. He had also filed for bankruptcy in 2009, saying that he owed more than $31 million with only $50,000 worth of assets. After he filed for bankruptcy, the federal prosecutors claimed that Dykstra went on it for about $400,000 worth of possessions. After he filed for bankruptcy, the federal prosecutors claimed that Dykstra went and sold about $400,000 worth of his possessions from his $18.5 million mansion that was bought from pro hockey player Wayne Gretzky. Number 4. Rollie Fingers. As a free agent, Rollie Fingers played pro baseball for the Milwaukee Brewers in 1979, and in 1978 he filed for bankruptcy with reports for desperately needing cash to pay for his rent and 4 children. He made a series of bad investments and was involved in business scams that cost him to lose more than $1.1 million. He is only one of many pro sports players to lose all they've made and become broke, including losing his line of Arabian horses he had purchased and owned until the bank stepped in and sold them for $5,000 to help him pay off the debt he owed. Number 5. Jack Clark. He was also known for his vehicular extravagance, tearing through at least 18 luxury cars during his athletic heyday and paying off just one of them. One of the worst nightmares of any sports car finance department, business pundits said that Clark, who at one time began financing a $717,000 Ferrari, declared bankruptcy for $11.4 million in debt. And that wasn't all. According to reports, Clark also lost his $1 million home and a proposed drag racing endeavor, on all accounts of the naive belief that one can never have too many cars and that there will always be enough money. Number 6. Pete Rose. Maybe if the same Japanese neuro-researchers examined Pete Rose's brain, they'd have suggested medication for his addiction to gambling. Nicknamed Charlie Hustle, the hit king amassed over 4,000 base hits in his career, but won't ever enter the Baseball Hall of Fame. Rose was banned from the game in 1991 for allegedly betting on MLB games, a no-no in pro baseball. While Rose remains adamant that he never bet against his then team, the Cincinnati Reds, he did confess to gambling on other MLB games. According to the famous Dowd report, these wagers were anywhere from $2,000 to $10,000 per day. Number 7. Tony Gwynn. Mr. Padre finished his career with 15 All-Star selections, 8 batting titles, 7 Silver Sluggers, 5 Gold Gloves, a Hall of Fame induction. But in 1987, his 3rd full season in the majors, Tony Gwynn filed for bankruptcy. Facing liabilities of over $1.1 million against only $700,000 in assets, Gwynn blamed the lack of funds on 4 financial decisions, bad accounting, and a lousy attorney. Fortunately, none of this affected his playing, and he slashed .370, .447, .511 with 218 hits that season and never looked back. Tony was later billed more than $400,000 worth of unpaid income taxes on returns in 2003, 2007, and 2009. Number 8. Gaylord Perry. In 1986, 3 years after retiring, Perry was forced to declare bankruptcy after amassing $1.2 million in debt versus $1.1 million in assets. The cause? His 400-acre peanut, soybean, tobacco, and corn farm in the eastern North Carolina had failed to turn a profit. Number 9. Curt Schilling. Schilling created the video game company 38 Studios in 2006, and even though the company received a $75 million loan from the Rhode Island Economic Development Corporation in 2010, they defaulted on it in 2012, bounced a $1.2 million missed loan payment check, laid off their entire staff via email, and filed for bankruptcy. Schilling's money woes haven't kept him out of the spotlight though. He still finds plenty of time to make offensive comments all over the internet. Number 10. Harmon Killebrew. A victim of fraud, inexperience, poor advice, bad decisions, and 2 failed car-related companies, Killebrew lost his house in 1988 and was $700,000 in debt in 1989, owing money to 4 banks, former Twins owner Calvin Griffith, and even Reggie Jackson. Fortunately, Killebrew's situation eventually improved, and he even founded charities that raised millions of dollars in cancer research. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are currently on your screen, because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.